Hi everybody, welcome back to Animation Planet. I'm Miguel Castro. When I started stop motion animation, I enjoyed making the puppets so much that I cannot get myself to recycle them. Meaning I wanted to use the puppets only once per film because I want to keep them as a souvenir. I was like planning on putting them in a glass cabinet, parade them inside. But because we're in a lockdown for almost 3 months now, the materials are keeping me from doing more films or doing more projects, and I ended up reusing some of the puppets. So what I'm doing, like for example, these kinds of puppets that I did before, their heads are detachable. So sometimes I interchange them with other bodies, but once I tried to change the costume, but I ended up not happy about, maybe because I don't really want to destroy what I initially did for that original puppet, but now I have no choice. So for my next project, I have to do a mother and son. I have this mom who doesn't have a head yet, and this kid from the old man and the grandson. So I thought it's very cute, and so I'm going to use him again for the next project. It's another Grimm Brothers story, household story. And so I am trying to find a good head. Because we're in the middle of a lockdown, you become resourceful, you become more creative, you become more imaginative. And I sought the help of some of my friends, and they suggested some materials maybe I can use instead of a styrofoam ball. So my friend suggested swimming pool noodles. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but these are the things that you hold on to whenever you are in a pool for kids. So I was looking at it, and true enough, actually it is like, it feels like a sponge, but a harder sponge. So far, I have shaved a little bit of that material, and this is beginning to be like the shape of the head of the mother. I'm not a professional puppet maker. I am just enjoying what I can create. I enjoy it so much, and I'm the kind of artist who wants to go through everything from the basic on my way to being a professional puppet maker or animator. Let's see how it goes. I will show you how I make the mother and son puppet for the next project. So we have the mother's head already. The paper clay is totally dried, and the paper clay that I inserted in the eyes for her pupil is dried as well, and the hair is totally dried, and the glue is invincible, so you wouldn't find any white thing on her hairline. And I decided to braid it to easily manage it during filming. So the eyes, because we used aluminum foil at the back for it to be able to rotate smoothly, so we'll try it. I had to use a ice pick, poke it in the middle in order for it for me to be able to manipulate the eyes, and especially the boy's eyes as well is the same. Well, the boy's eyes, there is a little bit of something that makes it a little bit stiffer at the back. I don't know what it is, and the other eyes are okay. In this film that I am about to shoot, their eye expressions are the most important because there are not much dialogue in it. The whole thing is narrated, and so I will have to make different expressions on the eyes. Remember, we made a whole lot of mixture of this color. I got another wooden ball or bead, which is the same size as the eyeballs that I used for her face. I got a little bit of Glad wrap, covered the ball, stretched it out a little bit, and when it is stretched out, I get a little bit of the clay. So just mold the clay on top halfway through the ball. That's it, halfway, and then just leave it aside to dry totally. And of course, I've already done a ready-made of those. Seems okay with that. So his eyes are closed. Now if I want the boy to be just sick, a little bit sick, there. So he's a bit sick. Okay. Now for their lips. Now the boy has most of the lines because the mom, I don't think she has any lines. So I will just reuse some of the things that I used before. So I made some very small mouth shaped things, and I placed a little bit of metal, which is very, very small, that came from this. This came from a framing set. This is what you use at the back of the frame to hang the frame with. So it's like small strands of metal. So I just cut a little bit from it and glued it patiently on this very small thing, and that would be his mouth. Let's say a bigger one when he speaks, and another maybe shape. So we will see. And for the mom, I don't know if I should give her red lips because she's a very simple mom. Actually, maybe it's okay. That's her lip, and maybe a sadder lip. That's her sad lips. For the eyebrows, I am going to use electrical tape. What I don't really like about using the electrical tape, because it's very shiny, it sometimes when the camera angle is not very good, it reflects light. There. I think it's better. So now our mother and child is ready, I guess. So let's try to assemble. So there you go. We have a puppet ready to shoot.